All right, this is my daily update for my build in public log. This is going to be a short and sweet update. Trying to get this wrapped up. This tool, the email summarizer. This is going to be a free tool that anyone can go and summarize an email. They get talk to their email, they get asked questions, chat. It could be an email or an email thread. This calls the email summarizer agent on Agents Code, my AI agent API service. I think what I'm going to do is right now, I'm building this into Agents Code, the AI agent API service, but I'm really thinking I'm going to kill this and see how you get this email address right there. It's going to work exactly the same way. You're gonna go to this page, this domain, aichat.email. It's gonna look different, and you're going to get an email address. Why is my mouse glitching out? You're going to get an email address, and you're going to be able to send an email, forward CC, BCC, whatever, to the email address, to the temporary email address, and then it's going to summarize, and then you'll be able to talk to it on there. You'll be able to do it right from the browser. No one's using this, so I'm going to kill this. This is just going to be a landing page with a free tool. That's it. Very straightforward. No one seems interested in talking to an LLM over email, so I'm going to say goodbye. Um, I need to focus on just one thing. So I'm going to focus on agents code, building agents, building an API service. Yeah, I'm sad. I quite like this idea, but you can't. That's just not the reality. The market kind of said no one cares, no one's interested. So you can't be so attached to your idea. So I'm going to kill this. And then I'm just trying to get this wrapped up. Right now, I'm still doing like a lot of security stuff, so you can't just come in and abuse the hell out of it. It has rate limiting and some anti-bot stuff. That's it for today. Let's jump over to questions and comments. No questions and comments today. On to my random story for today. This will be short and sweet as well. So I watched something pretty cool that I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. So I watched a fan edit of this movie. It's not a movie. It's pretty interesting. I finally got around to watching this. When I was a kid, I loved Star Wars, the original, the old school 80s version, or even 70s and 80s. Like a lot of people, it's very popular for a reason because it's such a cool story. It's like magical space people with like cool light swords. I mean, what's not to love? And spaceships, you're in space and there's laser guns. I mean, how could you not fucking love it? I love this so much, and I I despise what Disney has done with the franchise. The moment I heard Disney was buying it from George Lucas, I was like, "Oh my God, there it goes. It's going to hell. It's going to be even worse." I was very disappointed with episode 1 and 3. I was a young kid when the first one came out, Phantom Menace, and then I was like a young adult when the other two came out. I was excited because it was like, oh, Star Wars from my era, from my generation. But then when I saw them, I was just like, these kind of suck. this this is very disappointing. It's very disappointing, actually. I have so many critiques of those movies. I mean, I'm not going to go into that, of course, but there's so many. It's just so flawed. They're so bad. There's so many plot holes, and it's not good. It's just not good. I mean, if you like those movies, I'm sorry to make you upset, but it's just there's so many plot holes. This is a TV show. It's a mini series, actually. It was a mini series on Disney Plus, where it's that transition between episode 3. So Anakin goes rogue. He turns to the dark side, and he gets all burnt up. And episode 4, where like the original movie starts. So you have old ass Obi-Wan, and then you have Luke. So this is in between that era. Now, I've never watched any of the Disney Star Wars shows because I've read and heard that they are pretty shit. They're really bad. So I didn't, when I saw this, I thought I didn't even bother. I just kind of rolled my eyes, even though I'm a big fan of him. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna watch this. But then I heard about this, and I kept hearing more and more about this. And people were like, this is actually really amazing. This is way better than the show. Why didn't they make a movie? Why didn't they make this movie? Because apparently they were going to make an Obi-Wan movie, bring him back and do this. But then they're like, no, we let's do a mini series instead. So they did a crap mini series, very fluff, filled with a lot of filler content, just dragged on. Apparently, I didn't watch it. I still haven't watched it. But this was the idea, is to make this movie. So this guy, he's really famous. He's a filmmaker. He cut and made a movie out of that miniseries himself. Like changed the score, the music, made a few CGI scenes and shots, and cleaned up the CGI. I mean, literally made like film out of it. It's pretty wild. I actually did not watch this cut. I did not watch his, but I finally got around to watching another cut that's even longer. It's like it's about 3 hours long. So I watched another cut that people who are really obsessed with fan edits were saying is even better than this one. But people are saying this is way better than the show, but that cut, it's pretty similar. Very, very similar. So I watched it and I really liked it. It's clunky. It's flawed. There's some parts where you're like, oh, that's a little weird. You're like, wait, what? Why are they here? What's happening? I'm a little lost. It's a little clunky and it's far from perfect. But I'm gonna. Here's my hot, spicy hot take for the day. This movie, even if you watch this cut, is the best prequel or sequel made. I'm really serious. The last three with Ray or that girl, those are fucking trash. Sorry, I don't care. I'll die on that hill. Those are trash. Episode one and three were less trash, but still not good. Rogue One was the only really good one. Rogue One was the only good Star Wars movie. Like, oh, this is actually good. That's cool. Excellent how at the end, how it bleeds into the first one. I give it a thumbs up. But this one, this is what they should have done instead of those episode one and three. 100%. They should have made one or two really kick-ass stories like this with Vader, with Obi-Wan, to tie it all in and have a congruent story, not episode one, three that all these plot holes, nothing makes sense, nothing adds up to the originals. It's crap. This is what they should have done. And this was surprisingly cool and good. And I enjoyed it. Got me excited. I felt the most excited about Star Wars since I was a kid and the original episode one and three came out. This captured a good enough amount of old school original Star Wars to really like, even it had me smiling and going like, oh yes, look at this, so cool. I mean, uh, yeah, good shit. So I highly recommend you watching this. Now I think the originals were better, but I'm telling you, this was the best movie out of all the sequels and prequels, in my opinion. So if you watch it or you've seen it, let me know what you think. I'm very curious. Pretty cool. So weird to see Star Wars still after all these years too, because I'm so obsessed with it as a kid, and then now it's like I was like, oh look, I'm finally getting around. Like, there's one more Star Wars movie to enjoy. The story still goes on, and it's kind of cool to like, holy shit, there was a whole movie here that continues the story. So, all right, that's all I got. See you tomorrow.